Hey, Brandon, how much was your first wholesale deal, bro?
It was a little over 5,700. I think it was like 5,780.
And where does the lead come from?
It was a probate list that I got from my county downtown.
Pro Probate list for what, 5,700 bucks?
Yes.
Boom, you guys. What up? What up, Wholesale to Million family? Happy Wednesday. I'm bringing you guys back with another subscriber first wholesale deal interview. And what this is I'm going to have Brandon share with you guys his stories, and how he closed his first wholesale deal. The reason I do this, you guys, is to help inspire and motivate those of you who's right now trying to hustle and grind to get your first wholesale deal done. And if you recently closed your first wholesale deal, please shoot me an email over to wholesale2millions@gmail.com. Would love to get you onto the channel so you can share your stories. But before I get Brandon to jump in and take it over, I want to take a little time here and be a little shellfish. For those of you who don't know, I'm running a 2K web class happening on September 28th. And if you're ready to looking to become the best wholesaler that you can be, whether it's in your market or in another market, join me on that day. It does cost $2,000 per person or per couple. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you take your life, your business to a whole nother level, because I'm going to share with you all the tools, all the tips, all the strategies, all the marketing, all the network, a whole entire business system, including the King Kong script, also included in there for the $2,000. So whether you're a one person or a couple, but only if those of you, I'm only taking on 20 people, and only for the one that is ready and committed to really put in the work and to make this happen, okay? So if you are, shoot an email over to wholesale2millions@gmail.com, subject 2K web class with your full name, and we're ready to rock and roll. All right, so put your thumbs together. And if this interview add any value to you, be sure to smash the thumbs up. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, hit me up on IG. Go to Khang, Khang, dot, like a period, WTM. Well, let's help me welcome Brandon. What up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Khang? Nothing much, man.
Good, man. Hey, first of all, man, I want to say congrats. And secondly, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to jump on to do this with me. And I'm going to hand it over to you, Brandon, because if you don't mind sharing with everybody kind of your story, the dirt, I want to know it all, man. And then leading into your first.
Sure. Sure, absolutely. Well, first, I want to thank you for having me, Khang. Just getting into like the whole real estate market and the, network. There's a lot of channels I watch, but yours was my favorite. And I literally seen all your videos, all the interviews. So, man, that was, very inspiring. And I said, man, as soon as I get my deal done, I got to tell Khang.
Brandon, are you just saying that because you're on my channel?
Oh, no, absolutely not, man.
I am your favorite, bro?
Yeah, you're the favorite, man. I'm subscribed to like 20, 25. But this one, man, is like I got to watch every episode.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
No problem.
So, yeah, man. So, Brandon, what's the story, dude? I want to know your story, dude.
Absolutely. So, basically, I grew up in Philadelphia, moved to Atlanta. I was always the type of person that I didn't really working a job wasn't for me. I worked one job in my whole life, and it was right after college. And I only worked there for about 2 years, from 2013 to 2015. And it was at the airport. I worked at the airport, like fueling the planes and making sure the planes were good before it went out. And, it wasn't a bad paying job, to be honest, but it wasn't for me. I was never really the type of person that, took orders really well. And I always looked beyond that, because I have 2 kids, and I believe in, creating generational wealth and, working for yourself. It's just a good feeling, knowing that you can leverage your income and leverage your life, starting a business and not having to clock in at 6 o'clock in the morning and taking a vacation whenever you want, being able to, do a lot more opportunities because you don't have to work a 9 to 5. So I've done affiliate network marketing, for a little while after I quit my job at the airport. And it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. And I still do some affiliate marketing now. But the thing about that was, it was, I had to like be on the phone all day, trying to close sales, which isn't bad, but I wanted something that had bigger commissions and required a lot less time. So that's when I looked into real estate. And the way I used to view real estate was that you needed a lot of money to get into real estate, like hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. And when I came across your channel, started learning the concept of wholesaling. And I'm like, man, this is, because I've been in sales for a while, basically like all my life. And I'm like, man, this sounds very easy. And it does take work. It's not easy, but it's simple. So that's when I just started watching more and more videos, gaining a lot knowledge, and everything that I like seen in your video, I jot down like in a Microsoft Word pad, and I actually saved like the contracts and stuff. And I was the type of person where I was never afraid to talk to people. So, I had no problem with that. It was just basically learning what to do and doing it right, the correct way. So this first deal I had, it was in South Atlanta, and it was a single family. I went down to the courtyard. I got a probate list. I called the seller. I just told him my name, Brandon Urquhart. I came across his property on a probate list downtown. Gave him the address. I told him I'm a local real estate investor. And I just simply said, if I could offer you all cash and close within 2 weeks, what's the best you can do? They gave me an offer price. I negotiated a little bit. And boom, I locked the property up the same day. Locked it up on a contract. And I found the buyer about, I think it was about 4 days after. It was about 4 days. But I found my buyer on Facebook. I joined about probably like over 200 real estate Facebook groups with like investors, wholesalers, agents, with like thousands of people. So I just posted my group. I have the software. It's called, crap, I forgot the name of it, but after the interview, I could give it to you if you want to share it to the audience. But it posts in all groups at once.
Oh.
So whenever I have a deal, I just do that. And, buyers inbox me all over the place, asking me, when can I see it? And just giving me offers. So that's how I felt my buyer. I never really had too much problem finding a buyer. It was just getting the right, properties under contract.
Gotcha. Okay, Brandon. So before I get into the deal, bro, I want to dive deeper into your story real quick. And
Okay.
hey, if you want to share it, great, because I really want people to understand this, man. And if I get too personal, if you don't want to share, bro, no problem, okay?
I don't mind being open. I'll be open about anything.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I love it, man. Okay, so I'm gonna talk some numbers, man. So when you're working at
Okay.
the airport, man,
Yes.
how long did you work there for?
From the beginning of 2014 to the end of 2016.
Okay, so let's just say 2 years, okay? And how much were you making, bro?
It's about $14 an hour.
Okay, $14 an hour, okay. And then now, so you moved that and shift to affiliate marketing?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and are you still doing that now?
I mean, occasionally, not like I was. Being that I got hooked on real estate is like my mind is only focused to that. So, I mean, occasionally.
Okay. So, bro, so you have 2 kids. You
Yes.
quit the other one. You jump into affiliate. And how are you doing in the affiliate marketing space?
Wasn't bad. Maybe 3,000-4,000 a month.
Okay. So now, when you have, well, okay, man. So when you get into real estate, you already have that 3,000 to 4,000 a month as part of your, I guess, going into marketing, right? I mean,
Hmm.
how much money did you have aside for marketing, bro?
Uh, for real estate,
Yep.
um, I mean, I had a few thousand set aside. Um, but to be completely honest, I haven't really used any paid advertising. Um, I take that back. I bought business cards.
Okay.
Um, but that's the only paid marketing I did though.
Gotcha. Okay. So, okay. So Brandon, you don't have a website or anything, or do you have a website?
No, it's under construction, so I'm in the process of building one.
Okay. Gotcha. And I suppose you don't have a business license set up or anything like that as well?
I do have an LLC.
Oh, okay. So you did set up an LLC, and how much did that cost you?
I think 375,
Okay.
$375.
And you did it where? On LegalZoom?
Um, it was called Zoom Business. Zen Business. Zen, Zen Business.
ZEN,
Zen Business.
zenbusiness.com.
Right. It's just like LegalZoom.
Okay.
It's really like the same thing.
Gotcha. Okay. So for those that say, hey, Khang, when I first start out, should I set up my LLC, or should I not, or do I need to? The answer is no. But if you have the extra money, when I mean extra money,
Right.
it doesn't mean, oh, you have $1,000. Now you are putting out $375 to $500 to put to get your LLC. I wouldn't recommend that. If you have, like, let's say 5,000, then yes, take $500 and set up your LLC. If you're serious, if you are serious about this business, okay, then yes, then do it. But if you don't, it's okay to go out there and block property up on the contract under your personal name. All right, you guys? So I want you to understand that. Okay, man. So now, when did you initially start? Like, when did you discover wholesaling and start learning, Brandon?
I think it was February this year. I think
Okay.
it's February this year.
Okay. February this year. Okay, bro. And you just recently closed the deal when?
September 4th. So about 2 weeks ago.
September 4th. So how many months? So we got February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That's 8 months.
Mhm.
For those that are, man, I'm about to rip somebody apart. For those that are just got in, you were at 1 month, you at 2 months, you at 3 months, and you're like, ugh, I don't know, like this is too hard, dude. Then quit, go back to the 9 to 5, and suffer until
Right.
you're 65, dude. Like, you think this game is easy? It's not easy, man. Dude, it's only for the true hustler, for the one that's willing to do whatever it takes. And for some of you are giving me a bunch of baloney and said, oh, Khang, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And when I tell you, hey, maybe you only need to sleep 2 hours or 3 hours
Right.
or even 1 hour so you can have the extra time to put out to do this. And some of you guys got kids, I got a wife, I got husband, I got to spend. Dude, you got to make sacrifices. It ain't going to come easy.
Exactly. And I tell people all the time, because I was the type of person, I was never afraid to take a leap of faith. You know, I didn't mind quitting my job. I just, wanted to know, I was just looking for a good business to get into. And real estate is perfect because it's recession proof. And I tell people all the time, that clothing store you work at, the Walmart you work at, the bank you work at, that person you're working for, that CEO, they had to take the leap of faith to start the business in order to employ you. So without them taking the leap of faith of starting a business, you wouldn't have a job. So, don't be afraid to take that leap of faith, because, man, you have no idea what waits on the other side.
Absolutely agree. And the reason why I point that out, of how much time it took Brandon to get his first deal, all right? And he didn't spend any money on marketing besides getting a business card. And let's be real, man. This is the real world. If you have very minimum money to start out, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a freaking rough journey. If you have some money to market, make sure before you dump money into marketing, man, I really highly suggest that you really go learn. All right. So that way you're not dumping money and you're not wasting it. Okay. Because I did that for 6 months. I was spending $500 to $1,000 a month every single month, but I didn't know how to talk to seller. So that was one of my weakness. So I spent 6 months dumping money into marketing and I could not convert the leads. And some of you are dumping money in the wrong marketing, or you haven't even know how to talk to seller, etc. But I really just want you guys to understand that it's not easy. It's not an easy journey. It's going to be rough. It took Brandon, what, 7? Did we say 7 months?
8 months.
8 months, man.
I'm sorry. I did pay for the probate list too.
Okay. And how much did that cost you?
I paid about $100 for it. They only asked for like 50, but I paid them 100, just simply because, I'll be going down there a lot just to pick up new lists, and just to let them know I'm serious and let them know I'm a regular face.
Okay.
So I didn't mind doing that.
Sure. Okay. So you pay $100 for the probate list, and how many names did you got?
I think it was about 200 to 300.
Okay.
200 to 300.
Gotcha, man. Now, Brandon, before the probate list, what else did you do, dude?
Before the probate list, I was basically just driving for dollars. And I'm gonna be completely honest. My problem with driving for dollars is that I never finish. Because I would hustle, like I would make a big list, but I would never call that whole list. So it kind of was like a procrastination type of thing. So my goal when I was driving for dollars, my goal was to always get 100 names a day. And I would reach that goal, but I would only call like 20, 25.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a problem, just keep on going. But then, I got into the habit of, either I'm going to make this work or I'm not. And there's, no in between. So I just decided to, work it all the way through. Just get through the list, no matter if I'm up, 11 o'clock at night, just to get through the list.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha, bro. I mean, dude, after getting off of work from 2 jobs, I had one at 5 o'clock in the morning. Then I go into the mall and work at my little small kiosk business in the mall and get off at like about, I think 9 or so p.m. And it's someday, so I used to sit at my computer from 9 p.m. until midnight, until 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. Every single, listen, do you guys know how long I did that for? Not for 3 months, not for 6 months. I did that for the whole entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Off of expired listing. And every single weekend, there was no hanging out, barbecuing, having fun. I freaking sit at my computer table, cold calling, talking to agents, talking to seller. Dude, like some of you are making a bunch of excuses. Listen, it's either excuse or result. If you don't have the results, it's because you're making excuse. That's it, period. All right? So I'm telling you guys that, that you like, hey, I don't have the extra money, Khang, to I can't afford gas to drive for $1. Dude, walk for $1, jog for $1. And some of you like, Khang, I don't have a car. What the heck, man? You have a full-time job and in America and you can't even afford to get a car? Come on, man. Let's be real, dude. I mean, go get an old car. If you're talking about a nice car, go, I have people, man, that also does Uber on the side, on the weekend to get some extra money and dump it into their marketing because they're afraid of cold calling. Some of you said, oh, Khang, I'm afraid of cold calling. Like what else can I do? Drive for $1. Well, I don't have a car, Khang. Cold calling, I'm too scared to cold call. Dude, man.
Right.
When you say do whatever it takes, man, you gotta do. Dude, it's not. This is like you're getting out of your comfort zone. And I'm so sorry to really dive into this, but I've been getting DM and email with all kind of excuses, and I'm sick and tired of those of you said, Khang, I have what it takes. No, you don't. Shit, man.
Because most of the time it's always a solution for a problem. There's always a solution.
Yeah, man. Like if you have the will, there will be a way. Just like whatever the guy is that tell the president said, hey, how are we going to get to the moon? He set the will to do it.
Right.
So there it is, man. I mean, if you have the will, you will come up with a solution, just like Brandon said. Okay, man. So now that aside, Brandon, because I really want to give people like the reality, because they keep on
Right.
watching people on Instagram, YouTube, posting checks and things like that. Hey, I closed this in 7 days. I closed this in X amount of days. Now, Brandon, let me ask you, man, how long
Sure.
did it take you to close this deal?
It took me, it wasn't 2 weeks yet, but it was almost 2 weeks. I think it was
Okay.
I think it was about 11 days.
Okay, got it. Look, man, if Brandon posts the checks, because you know why, man? Because it's eye-catching, right? It's eye-catching and things like that. But if you didn't know Brandon Two's real story, you would have said, dang, 11 days, $5,700. Dude, that took Brandon 8 months. 8 months, all the work, right? Implementing, learning, all of that.
Right.
But you guys forgot about that. You forgot about that. Dude, you forgot that I freaking grind for 8 years to be where I am today. And you guys want to come in and say, Khang, I want to do that in 12 months. And I have about $200 to spend a month. And I'll be like, come on, man. What kind of world do you think you're on? What kind of drugs are you on? Jeez,
Exactly.
man.
I think they said that it takes the average business, I think 10 to 15 years in order to even profit from the first time they started. It takes them about 10 to 15 years to even profit.
Man, you guys know how hard it is to be a successful, not an entrepreneur, but a successful business owner or an entrepreneur. Successful. You guys know how hard it is, but it is the only way that you can get away from your 9 to 5. Dude, It is freaking tough. Most business, dude, break even in the first year or even lose money. Like they're really taking the money and dump it into the business to grow the business. Most business don't even last between 2 to 5 years. We'll go out of business in 2 to 5 years. Do you guys know how hard it is, man? But it's the only way. It's the only way that you can get from a 9 to 5, man. But it's going to be tough, man. You have to bleed and you have to sacrifice. And most of you cannot. You only talk. And when it comes to doing it, it's just like, dude, it's just like setting a New Year resolution. Oh, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to lose weight. Dude, it's always easy to talk. It's always easy to talk. And then you finally go to the gym, you be like, ugh, dude, this is hard. And then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next, dude, it becomes like, it's really hard. And you'll be like, yeah, I can't do it. Dude, then you don't have what it takes. It's better for you to stay at a 9 to 5.
Right.
Agree or disagree, I don't care, man. That's the truth. So, Brandon, let's jump into the deal, dude. I'm feel up, man. Let's jump into okay, so the deal came from probate. And now, do you cold call or what did you do?
I cold call.
Okay. Okay, so you cold call to get the leads. Okay. And what was the asking price when you talked to the seller?
The asking price was $15,000.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right, but I was able to negotiate and talk it down to $12,000.
Okay, so under contract for $12,000. Okay, and what was the ARV, bro?
The ARV, I think it was about 88,000.
88K. Okay.
Right, and and this was a really good deal because it didn't need a full rehab, which is like minor cosmetics. But the person was selling it for that low because it was paid off, and they just wanted to get rid of it because their parents passed, and for a minute they didn't even know they had the house until I think a family member told them. So they just wanted to make some quick money.
Sure, gotcha. So, Brandon, what was the estimated rehab?
It was like 4,000. It was just a couple thousand. It wasn't it was really like cosmetics. It was really livable, to be honest.
Okay, wait. So let's just say the rehab was 5,000. When you mean livable, you mean like everything was standard in like a rental condition.
Right.
So because
I mean, the walls needed to be painted. It did need some drywall in the basement. Screen door needed to get fixed, like minor stuff like that. But the foundation was good, like the roofing, the plumbing, all that was good.
I got you, bro. I got you. But it doesn't have granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. It doesn't have does not have all the bell and whistle, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha. So basically in a rental condition. So if you guys go to a rental, if everything is standard, this is what the house is. And it needs about $5,000 just to get it rent ready. I guess that's
Right.
what I would call it. Okay.
Mhm.
So you lock it up on the contract for 12. Okay, bro.
Mhm.
Now, did you lock it over the phone or you went out and see the seller?
I went on the phone, like that on the phone.
You lock it up on the first phone call?
Yes.
Got it.
Mhm.
And okay. So you lock it up for 12. And Brandon, do you have any construction background or experience or anything like that?
None.
Okay.
No experience.
So okay, gotcha. So you estimated the 5,000 or did the seller tell you that?
Well, the seller told me like the type of work it needed,
Hmm.
and they sent me some pictures based on it. So I do have like friends and things like that are rehabbers and contractors. So I just sent it over to them. Asked them to give me a rough estimate.
Got it. Got it. For those of you who just like me and Brandon, when I first started, I didn't know what vinyl flooring is. I didn't know what vinyl window is. I didn't know what laminate flooring, I don't know. And I don't know the cost. I don't know anything. My suggestion to you is pick up the darn phone that you're afraid of, pick it up, call some local contractor and start asking them and get some price quote. And then
Right, because they will estimate it for you for free. Some of them will do it for free.
Okay. So do that and do that right now. Okay. So now, Brandon, how much are you sending out to your buyer for?
I sent it out for my buyer. I actually had a price at 20,000.
Okay. And then what happened, bro?
The buyer went to go check it out. They said, they negotiated with me too. They said I can get it. I can give it to you for 15. Then I'm like, that's not bad, but if you could meet me down the middle at, so I just gave him a number, 17.7. That'll work for me. And I feel comfortable with that. So that's when we locked it up for 17.7.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, my next question for you is because the reason I asked this question, man, because this question comes up
Sure.
on the interview. How do you know to send it out for 20,000?
I use a formula.
What is the formula?
It is ARV, which is the after repair value.
Okay.
How much the house is worth in, perfect condition.
Okay.
Equals 75% of the market value.
Okay.
Minus your repairs, minus your wholesale fee. Basically, however much you want to make on a deal.
Okay. So, okay, bro. For those that know, okay, Brandon. Okay, so Brandon just said ARV, which in this case is 88,000. Now, how do you determine that, Brandon?
The ARV.
Yep.
I use a site that's very accurate. It's called ePraisal.
ePraisal. Got it. Okay.
And basically, you go on a site, you plug in the website. I mean, not the website, the address of the property, and it gives you the up-to-date value of the home. And the website is very accurate. But I also go on like Zillow, and I run some comps in the neighborhood just for confirmation.
Sure.
And I just come up with the ARV that way. I usually take the average. So if, say for example, the website ePraisal, say it's giving me like 100,000.
Yep.
And Zillow is giving me like 60,000. I know something is wrong, and I need to do a bit more research. So I like to look on about 4 different sites. ePraisal, Zillow, Realtor.com.
Got it.
And make sure they're matching up, and I'm in a ballpark.
Got it. Now, Brandon, let me ask you, man. Okay, what market is this deal in?
You said what market?
Yeah.
This was in Atlanta, Southwest Atlanta.
Gotcha, Atlanta. Okay, now neighborhood. What neighborhood is this house in? A, B, C, D, or F?
I say C.
Okay, it's a C neighborhood, man. Okay, and how much can I rent this property out for?
I think about $800-900 a month.
Okay, $800-900 a month. Okay, now the next question for you, man, I'm gonna ask you is, what is the rental market in this area? Like, what would a typical landlord would pay for a property that they can rent ready for $800-900? Like a
How much would they,
landlord investor. Like,
how much would they pay?
what?
You said how much would they pay?
Yeah.
Um, probably like 50-60,000. If
Okay.
they want to, if they want to get it for bargain, say
Okay.
50-60 dollars.
Gotcha, bro. Okay, so 50 to 60K. Okay. Okay, man. How long did it took? Okay, it took you 4 days to find this buyer.
Mhm.
You sent it out for 20,000.
Mhm.
Okay, now I know you estimated 5K, but the buyer said it's going to be more than 5,000 for rehab. Do you actually know what the buyer said the rehab cost would actually be?
They have it. I think when I gave them the estimate of the rehab, um, I think they knew that I was in the ballpark because
Okay,
they didn't even go to see the property, but they seen the, because I had a ton of pictures when I went to go check it out.
so so the buyer didn't even do a walkthrough on the property.
He just asked for the pictures. I sent him the pictures, and not too long after, I sent him this contract.
Okay, gotcha, bro. Now, do you know what the intention of this buyer is? Is he gonna flip it or is he gonna rent it?
Well, he's like an investor slash rehabber.
So he's gonna flip it.
So right. So I think he was going to fix it up, rent it out, and then flip it down the line.
So he will. So he was gonna keep this rental. He's gonna keep this property as a rental.
Yes.
Got it.
Mm.
Okay, bro. So here's what it is, man. So tell me how many bedroom and bathroom and square footage, dude.
It was 2 beds, 2 bath, and I think it was about 1,400 square feet.
Okay. Okay, man. So let's just even say between 5 to 10,000. Okay, to get this house in rental condition, right? 5 to 10,000. Now, when you post that, bro, you just told me you hit all the Facebook website. And how many, like, what kind of traction are you getting? Like, what kind of action are you getting?
Like every time I post a property, like it's to like over 200 groups.
Right.
Man,
Right.
I have buyers blow my inbox up like
No. Okay.
nonstop.
Right, bro. I want to know is on this particular deal. I know you found a buyer in 4 days, but how many buyers did you got?
On my list or just the
No.
inboxes?
Like, how many buyers hit you up on this deal?
Oh, we're like, oh, I think I counted. I think I counted like 58.
Okay, man. So within 4 days, you got 58 potential cash buyer hit you up on this deal.
Yes.
Okay. But only one of them stepped forward.
Well, it was a lot of them that was interested, but then after I told them, the exact area, then they're like, "Oh, that's too far from my job." Some of them wanted to do like a rent to own, and some of them thought that they could finance. So I had to eliminate a lot of the
Sure,
buyers.
I understand.
A lot of them went to go check it out, and then contact me back until after I sold it. So it was a lot of I guess disqualification I had to do.
Sure, I understand. Now, beside all the Facebook, Brandon, how much do you have like on your actual cash buyer that you have talked to? How much was on your list, or how many was on your list
A little over 300.
that you have actually talked to over?
Oh, that I actually talked to.
No, like I want to know on your list, like over time, over a period of time that you have built your list, how many was just on your actual list?
Oh, about 300.
Okay,
Oh.
gotcha, man. And the reason why I'm asking all this question, for those of you who don't know why is Khang asking all these questions, is because the number doesn't make sense as far as I feel like Brandon can get more for the deal.
I know. I came to realize that too. Like I could have, but I think it was like being there was my first time. I guess it was like experience. But I know I could have got a lot more for it though.
Sure. I completely understand where you're coming from, Brandon. Your first one, you're excited. You want to know the process. You don't care how much you make because you know whatever you make, you can duplicate and do it again and again and again and again and make more money down the road, which is a great mindset. So, but for those that are watching, understanding your buyer, understanding your market is huge. So let me ask you this, man. How long do you tie the deal up on a contract for?
I always put a little over a month, so about 45 days.
Okay, so 45 days on the contract with the seller. Found the buyer in 4 days. Okay, if you listen, for those of you who have this, if you tie it up for a long period of time, I'm telling you, like what you need to do is that you need to like with this number here. So if I take 88,000 ARV, I like to say 30%. So 30% discount, just like Brandon said, times it by 70. But I like to say 30% discount. It makes more sense to me. That puts it at 61,000. And if I take 61,000 minus 10,000 in rehab, let's just say 10,000 in rehab to get into rental condition, that puts it at 51,000. So which means the buyers that's going to buy this property and can rent it for 800 to 900 bucks a month, all in at 51,000. I'm sorry. So they buy for 51 and they're going to put 10 into it. So they'll be at 61. And let's just say it's going to cost them another like a couple thousand. So 65. So if all Brandon numbers correct, he's saying, hey, between a landlord buy for 50 to 60,000 and can get 800 to 900 bucks in rent, like that property will sell all day long, right? Like, okay, for example, if I put a property on the market right now, bro, all rent ready to go, and it can rent for not 800 to 900 bucks, like you said. If I put on the market today for 60,000 or 65,000, do you think that thing will just sell right off the bat?
Yes.
Okay, because in that area, property are going for 88,000. Now, when you saying $88,000, is that like granite countertop, stainless steel appliances, and all that?
Oh yeah, that's with all that.
Gotcha. Okay. So with the granite, okay, so 88. So 65 is the deal for a rental grade. They're paying, okay, gotcha, bro. Good. So potentially, dude, you got it under contract for 12,000, man. Like you have the room between 12,000 and 51,000.
Yeah, I know.
That's a huge spread. And then you market and you found the buy in 4 days, dude. That tells me, bro, that you leaving too much meat, the meat on the bone. You leaving too much meat on the bone, man.
Man, I know, man.
It's okay.
A side of me is kicking myself in the head.
It's okay.
And then the other side is like, okay, at least you went through it and you know what to do next time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Understand, man. I mean, when I first started, bro, I lost on many deals, dude. And I left too much meat on the bone. You know, I left too much meat on the bone, but honestly, you learn and you grow. Okay, so this buyer even negotiates and bought it for you, obviously through picture, sight unseen. Got it. Done. So that's pretty much the whole entire deal. I mean, come on, you guys. Who else does this for you? Getting on an interview, breaking down the deal for you, tell you everything. Come on, man.
Right.
So, Brandon,
right, exactly.
Yeah, Brandon, let me ask you now, man. How can people connect with you, dude?
I'm on Instagram. My Instagram name is Brandon, BRANDON _ Jamal. My middle name JAMAAL _. So Brandon _ Jamal _. I'm also on Facebook as Brandon Urquhart Sr. I don't have a Twitter, but Facebook and Instagram, you can connect with me. I'm very responsive. So if I can be in any help to you guys, just feel free to reach out to me.
Awesome. Thanks, Brandon. Brandon, you might have to shoot me an email with those names so that way we can add it in the descriptions.
Okay.
Now, Brandon, to wrap it up, man, Got any word, inspiration, motivation, any last word you want to tell the audience, bro?
Absolutely. And I know you guys probably heard this over and over again, but I can't stress it enough. Just don't give up. I know to a lot of people is like, yeah, whatever. I heard that before, but that's the honest truth because, um, if you just research and learn about a lot of successful entrepreneurs, the guy who created the street light, it takes these guys, 100, 200 chances to, just get one idea right. And, the most successful people is the ones who have failed over and over and over again. And the only way you can really fail is to not try. Because to me, failing is just a way of learning. And I won't say that I'm glad that I failed and, during the process, but I've learned what not to do by failing. So I know what to do right next time. So I've learned a lot just from that. I'll also say to, just always educate yourself and keep growing. And dedicate yourself, to watching, channels like Khang. And Khang is my favorite channel. Watching Netflix and TV is okay, but if you want to grow in your business, you're going to have to watch, channels like this because you always learn. Like every time I watch Khang, it's always something different I learn. Like every time, it's always something different I learn. And if I'm not learning something new every day, me personally, I just feel like I'm wasting my life. This is a weird feeling I get. I have to learn something new every day. Like it has to be something new that I haven't learned, so I can learn it every day. Another piece of advice that I'll give is to take a leap of faith. People, that come to me, for like advice and things like that. I just tell them the honest truth. If I was in their shoes, and which I did it, quit your 9 to 5. I know that's easier said than done for a lot of people, but you'll be surprised if you dedicate your passion towards just one thing. Like if you just focus on real estate, you'll be surprised how much you get done in a day. Like you get done a lot in a day. Working a 9 to 5, I always say is like a 6 to 12 because it takes you time to drive to work. It takes you time to drive home from work. You got to shower. You got to prepare yourself for bed. So it's really longer than a 9 to 5 if you think about it. So, that takes up a lot of your day. When you on the ground floor of things, you're going to have to put hours into your business and hours into your passion. I recommend quitting your 9 to 5 to be just to be completely honest. I just recommend quitting it because you get so much done when you just focus on your passion. It's just so much you get done. And if you think you can't do it, it's just so many other investors you're talking to that's motivating you. And when you see of all the people, cashing out their checks, it gets very motivating. And like I said, that CEO that you're working for at your 9 to 5, they took the sacrifice and the leap of faith to quit their job to become a business owner. And without them doing that, you wouldn't have a job and, they didn't start that business. So just look at it like that, basically.
Awesome, Brandon. Thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. And everyone that is watching, listening, I hope you enjoyed this interview, and I really hope that you got some nuggets out of this. And also, my whole thing is now I really hope my video can add some value to your life and to your day. If it does, show my guest some love. Smash the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed, be sure to, boom, smash the subscribe button. Turn on the bell notification so when I upload a new video or I go live, you guys get notified. And I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to say one last thing. For those of you who don't know, man, like Like the day that you're going to spend with me on September 28th, it's only for those of you who's ready, who's committed to take your life, your business to a whole nother level. I'm going to share with you everything I got, all the tools, all the system, all the strategies, all the company, our whole entire business system layout just for you to duplicate and copy, to systemize your business, to take it to the next level. So you're not working in your business, but you're working on your business. My goal is for you to walk away with a clear action plan of exactly what you need to do to either close your first deal or to start scaling up your business. So if that's you I'm talking to, I'm only taking on 20 people. It's $2,000 a person or per couple. Shoot an email over to wholesale2millions@gmail.com. And I look forward to see you on the class. Brandon, thank you so much. And you guys, everyone have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, Brandon.
No problem, Khang. Thanks for having me. Thanks, guys.